Hey, I'm here today with Ashley, and she's my model for today. She's going to be very brave today. We're giving her a nice new cut. You see this gorgeous long blonde hair she has. It's naturally blonde. We're going to make her blonder. The big, very dramatic change we're going to do is we're going to give her a nice little graduated bob right under the chin. It's going to be slightly asymmetric with lots of blonde highlights in it. All right, you'll have to come back and see us when we start the cut in a few minutes. Ashley, I've got her shampooed. What I'm going to do is cut her first, and then I'll do her color afterwards. I don't want to highlight all this long hair, so I'm going to cut it first. And the shape we're going to go with is going to have a slightly asymmetric look. And when I say that, she's going to have a nice deep part. This side will fall longer. And the easiest way for you to do this is to pull it back in a ponytail. We're going to cut this length off first. And you see what a gorgeous head of hair this is. This ponytail is fabulous, and it's plenty of hair to be donated to the Locks of Love, which is a great thing to do. I'm going to pull this back. I know I want a little bit of graduation on her neck, so I'm holding that ponytail up. I don't want to cut it down to the root, so we want to lift it out a little bit. Bringing it straight back and taking this ponytail off with my biggest shears. I'm going to go right in front of my finger, taking her entire ponytail off. Great. Now, that will make this go much quicker. I've actually got the shape cut in here where that graduation will start. When you comb that hair down, you can see where we've already got a nice shape in here. You've got the length in the front. We've got some slight graduation on her neck, which is ideal for the haircut we want. We want this front to be longer. What I'm going to do next here is determine this length here. We're going to really define the edges, get a nice falling, establish this length here. We've got a nice side part here is where her hair is going to fall naturally. And after this, it's very little work done because cutting that off in one section really defines the length here. You see I've got this little bit of ragged stuff on her neck here that I'm going to use to take off with my razor. And what's nice, you can see where I cut that at. It determined where her weight line was going to be at. Go this way, thanks. I'm going to start right here in the middle with my shark tooth. Take off this bottom that's ragged. This is so much quicker instead of cutting it in sections. She had so much hair, you almost get this more even when you take it off in one big cut. Now, what this razor is doing is really cleaning up her neckline, giving her a little more graduation, taking this excess off the bottom. You don't want this hanging down. My weight line is already in there. I don't really have to do much to that until I dry that. Check it, dry, and do a little more tweaking. Taking it off with the razor leaves these edges soft. You don't have any blunt lines. And that's what you really want when you see this neckline. You want this to look feminine and soft, not severe, not blunt. When it's blunt, it just doesn't move. It has much more movement when it's soft and fringy. So you can see how that's already taking a little more shape. And I'm just really taking my razor and making these edges very jagged and soft. And you can see how it really lays down nicely on her neck without having bulky weight. Her little bit of natural weight is even laying down better right here. Once I get her cut in here, then I'm going to go back and do lots of blonde. She's already a natural blonde, but I'm going to make her a little bolder, a little blonder, just to really play up this haircut. And still, her natural color will even act as lowlights. It'll be really pretty if I give her some nice platinum vanilla blonde highlights. You see, after taking off that neckline, I want to keep this length in the front. I want to dry this and check this. We really want some of that to stay. You can see even from the front here, a little nip here, just with the razor. Now, what I'm going to do next is pull this to the front here because we want a little more movement in this front. We don't want this all one length. We definitely want an asymmetric, but maybe not this severe. You can pull all of this front. A lot of that neckline's not going to reach, that crown. I'm grabbing all the hair right here in front of the ear. You see that's not going to reach either. Let's pull it all together. Take this little ponytail off. Just enough to create a little more shortness in this front without taking her length off. It gives it a little bit more definition here. Instead of having that all one length, she's going to have a little more movement in here. And still have her asymmetric look. Now, what I'll do is we've got her hanging length. We've established this hanging length, which is going to be really great. I'm going to highlight her, and when you come back, you'll see her blonder, and then we'll do a little tweaking, and we'll have her cut finished. See, right now I'm putting her foils in. I've got everything in except for this top layer. Touch your head down for me, Ashley, hon. See, on this crown, this top section, I'm doing slices, so I want thicker blonde strands in here. Everything else has been woven, and these are nice and thick here. And I apply it with this knife just to get it nice and saturated, get really close to the scalp. This will give her some really gorgeous vanilla blonde highlights. And she's a natural blonde, so these are going to really pop out against her natural color, which is beautiful. Let's get a few more in here, then we'll let her process, and we'll see her finished. I'll do a little more tweaking on her haircut, but that won't take long at all. I'll dry her and flat iron her, and then we'll check it out. Alrighty. A couple more here. But it also, if they want it to straight, I will go and see the whole thing. But most people want to this will really play up this haircut too once I get, you see this finish, you'll see these highlights and lowlights will really make this cut even better. It'll give it some movement in here, not look just one length. We want to have messy hair, tousled hair. And this top being thicker, I think slicing it like this makes it a little more bolder. Definitely a little more bolder. There we go. We've got 2 more to do. And we're good. Actually, 1 more right here is all we need. Right here. And this is it. Then we'll heat her up. Give her a few minutes under the dryer. She'll lighten really easy. Then we can finish this cut up. Lift these back. Alright, Miss Ashley, here we go. Under the dryer. Good.